First at 4, shocking charges send this Port Huron man to court. What police say he did to his own mother. Ben.
Cold air and gusty winds are back, Karen, and it looks like we may stay below freezing for days at a time.
Power outage pain. Thousands are still trying to stay warm, tossing out their food. And we have their stories and also some encouraging news from DTE right now. First at 4.
Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News First at 4 starts now.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Karen Drew. It started with those dangerous winds, and 2 days later, thousands of people are shivering in a winter freeze caught in a historic power outage. But take a look at these latest numbers. DTE's estimate shows 340,000 customers without power. Compare that to the 630,000 we were reporting yesterday at this time. So that is significant progress. It's also much colder, so more warming centers are opening all over Metro Detroit. But for people without power, it has been a rough few days. Our Coco McAvoy has been spending time with some of those people. So Coco, where are you and how are those families coping?
Karen, we are live in a neighborhood in Dearborn Heights. This neighborhood has seen a lot of action. Governor Snyder came to this neighborhood today to survey the area, but DTE crews have also been working around the clock here. You can see this row of DTE trucks here, and you can also see DTE crews working on power lines here in this neighborhood. And we spoke with a couple of residents who have been finding other ways to get power.
Does a great job. Does a real nice job for us.
Mike Yankas's mother lives at this house on Lampier Street in Dearborn Heights, and their generator has come in handy big time since the power went out.
I went ahead and hooked up the generator, all the refrigerators and freezers, and everything is safe.
Their neighbor a few houses down, Kathy, hasn't been as lucky.
I took everything out.
She's forced to toss all of the food in her family's freezer and refrigerator.
I'm taking all the vegetables, all the meat, everything was out and thrown away.
Her family has been finding ways to stay warm.
Well, we've been sitting right here next to the fireplace. I wasn't able to do any laundry, any cooking.
And charge their electronics.
He used the battery from his truck. We were able to use one light and charge our phones and iPads.
Governor Snyder toured their neighborhood to survey the area, along with crews hoping to restore power here today after a historic windstorm that left hundreds of thousands in the dark.
And this was unprecedented in terms of the number of power lines, poles broken. It wasn't in one spot.
Just a mess, and DTE is hoping to have power restored to 75% of its customers by tonight. Reporting live, I'm Coco McAvoy, Local 4, back to you.
Well, obviously everyone is trying to cope. DTE, what kind of advice are they offering these families?
Yes, so something that they really wanted to focus on was safety. So they're telling people with generators to make sure that they keep those generators outside. They also were telling people that have refrigerators to try to keep them closed so that they can try to salvage their food, which is obviously something that a lot of people are dealing with now.
All right, some good advice. Coco McAvoy live this afternoon for us in Dearborn Heights. Well, Help Me Hank is reaching out to people affected by the massive power outage with a little help and a lot of advice. Local 4's Hank Winchester found a way to give people a boost. So, Hank, what have you been doing out there in Royal Oak?
A little power for people, Karen. We were in Taylor this morning. Now we're here on Woodward Avenue in the parking lot between Art Van and Desmond Funeral Home. A lot of people without power. Some people need some extra juice, maybe for their phone or for their iPad. So we are offering that here free of charge. We'll be here through 6:30 this evening. I also want to give you some programming notes coming up at 5 o'clock, and I heard Coco talking about it briefly. We're talking food safety. Which items should you pitch, and are the items in your freezer actually going to be good tomorrow? We'll go through that for you. And at 6 o'clock tonight, we'll be joined live by a building and safety expert. He's going to take a close look at what people should be doing right now to prevent problems with their pipes. We are talking freezing temperatures and people without any power that could cause some big issues. He'll join us live tonight at 6 o'clock. Again, Karen, right now we're on Woodward Avenue between 13 and 14 here in Royal Oak. If you need some extra juice for your phone, for your iPad, we're here for you. Karen, back to you.
Or stop on by and just say hi to Help Me Hank. All right. Thank you, Hank. We appreciate it. Well, in the first forecast, we're looking at a really cold weekend that's tough for all the people who don't have power. So the question is, Ben, how bad is it going to be?
Well, about the best thing we could say about the weekend is at least we're going to be dry and bright. Temperatures are not going to be our friend here, not only over the weekend, but it looks like over the next several days. We're below freezing right now. Wind chills already down into the teens. And tonight, those wind chills are going negative in some spots. The actual air temperatures will be in the single digits. We will be staying below freezing all the way through the weekend and into next week. It looks like it's probably going to be the middle of next week before we finally get above 32. Snow comes back in the forecast as we get past the weekend. We'll look at how much we're expecting, all in your 7-day forecast coming up in a few minutes. Karen?
Well, a lot of people are relying on phones, tablets, and laptops to get information during the power outage. Our web team has posted a complete power outage survival guide at clickondetroit.com. There's information about food safety, protecting your pipes, and also warming centers in the area. Share that resource with your friends and family. Just into our Local 4 newsroom, prosecutors have charged a Detroit man with murder in a group home fire that killed 5 people. 55-year-old Henry Jackson was arraigned just a short time ago. He's accused of setting the apartment building on fire. He also lived in the building. He's charged with 5 counts of first-degree murder and 5 counts of arson. We'll have more on his arrest and his arraignment ahead on Local 4 News at 5. A Port Huron man is facing charges for an attack that left his mother on life support. 34-year-old Matthew Lander was charged with attempted murder this afternoon. Early Thursday morning, police were called to a home for a domestic assault and found that 57-year-old Port Huron woman unconscious. The woman's boyfriend in the home told investigators he woke up with Lander standing over him, waving a machete. He was arrested shortly after. Lander is being held without bond. His mother is on life support awaiting organ donation. First at 4, we're on top of stories making headlines all around the world. Let's start in Canada, where a judge has resigned after he asked a shocking question during a sexual assault case. Back in 2014, Justice Robin Camp asked a victim why she couldn't keep her knees together. A judicial panel called the comment so destructive Camp could not keep his job. He resigned yesterday and released a statement apologizing to anyone who was hurt by his comments. If he had not resigned, it was likely Camp would have been the first federal judge to be removed by Canada's parliament. These protests in South Korea turned deadly after a court decides to remove that country's president from office. Police say 2 people died during protests against the court's decision. The country's first female president was impeached over claims of corruption and cronyism. Now she could face criminal prosecution as well. This all happens as tensions with North Korea are on the rise. A new presidential election in South Korea will be held within 60 days. More news still ahead first at 4, including the story behind this video. Millions of purses, shoes, CDs being smashed, slashed, and run over. Paula.
Hey Karen, you know what happens when an elementary school closes? A lot of times it drags down the entire neighborhood. But just wait until you see this brilliant plan B by a local school district that's going to revitalize this school and the whole community.
Up first, Volkswagen shows up to court ready to pay billions for that emissions scandal, but things don't go as planned. We'll be right back.
Named Station of the Year by the Michigan Association of Broadcasters, Local 4. Secrets be coming up all new on Local 4 News at 5 and 6.
We got an interview coming up only on Local 4 at 5:30 that you just have to see. The woman in this security camera video, as you can see, she is fighting off a purse snatcher with her cane, a cane that she calls her hurricane.
That I had just bought, and I just went to whipping on it.
Why she says she was not going to let this guy get her purse, and how many times she whacked him with that cane. I'll see you at 5:30.
Volkswagen has pleaded guilty to cheating the U.S. government with bogus emission tests, but there is a catch. The German company has agreed to pay $2.8 billion in criminal fines and $1.5 billion in civil fines. However, the judge has not signed off on the plea deal and set another court date. He says this is, quote, a very, very serious offense. Business editor Rod Maloney was in court, and he'll take a closer look at exactly what happened next tonight at 6. Well, we've seen schools close because of declining enrollment, but what happens to all those vacant buildings? They can become costly eyesores. But one district in St. Clair Shores is doing something new. Paula Tutman is live this afternoon. And Paula, this district could be making money and helping the community.
Of course. So imagine a nonprofit that has a dinky little office space, and now it has a lobby. It's got a reception area. And take a look at all of this space, Karen. I'm going to walk all the way down here. They've got offices here. They've got a community room here, and it goes all the way down to the blue. They're paying less rent. That means more services, and it's great for the community. Southlake School District is a tiny school district in St. Clair Shores. 8 years ago, with a decline in students, it had to close one of its elementary schools, Pear Elementary. As you can imagine, there's not a huge market for a used elementary school, and an empty building this size is not a huge asset to the neighborhood.
It got to the point where we kind of made the realization that it wasn't going to sell.
And so the district came up with a brilliant plan B. Turn the facility into office space. Even better, make that office space for nonprofits to create an environment of collaboration and service at an affordable price.
This is an opportunity for us to bring some life back into this building and then have a positive impact on this community, on our own families.
So I think we're down to our last spot.
One of the first tenants, the Lake House, a nonprofit that provides support services for families dealing with cancer. The Lake House had been operating out of a small one-room storefront.
We could only have one thing at a time. So we could have one support group or one yoga class or one craft group because there was just one room.
Rosemary understands the power of this nonprofit. A bride for only 3 days, the love of her life died from colon cancer 4 years ago.
Being here helped me see that I wasn't alone, helped me live a better life, and it truly made a difference in helping me get to that next step of not, not just kind of wallowing in my grief.
We are growing rapidly. Because we have more space, so more opportunity for programs. We're offering new programs.
It's a win-win, win-win-win. The community doesn't have an empty building. The school district isn't pouring $25,000 a year taking care of that empty building. The rent is only $2 to $3 per square foot per year. That means the Lake House, with 5,800 square feet of office space, workspace, craft space, community outreach space, room for a piano, will only pay about $1,000 a month in rent. And once the entire school is rented out, it could yield as much as $75,000 a year in revenue, a $50,000 surplus windfall that goes right back into the district and to its students. It is an incredible way to revitalize a structure as well as a community. Now, the Lake House is having an open house next Tuesday evening from 5 to 7. You can come out, learn about their mission, but also the Southlake School Administration will be here to show you office space if you have a nonprofit. Karen, they've got, I think, maybe 10 more classrooms and even a gym that can be converted into nonprofit space.
It really is a creative idea, Paula, and this is one that other communities can definitely borrow for sure.
Absolutely. Yes, indeed. I hope they do.
I sure do. All right, Paula Tutman, live from St. Clair Shores. Thanks, Paula. And Ben is back. We're knocking on the door for the weekend, and it is going to be a cold one, and that's going to make it very challenging for the folks who are trying to still restore our power and for those individuals who don't have power.
Yeah, and if you don't, you're concerned about those pipes, especially since we're not getting above freezing for probably 5 days straight. It is just not an encouraging forecast. Plus, the winds have started to blow again, even though they're nothing compared to what we went through earlier in the week. We've still got gusts that have topped 30 miles an hour at times, and right now 31 at Ann Arbor and also in Jackson, mid to upper 20 mile an hour gust here across most of the area, and 32 last reported at Pontiac. As we look out to the river right now, it looks a little bit calmer than it did on Wednesday, that's for sure. 30 degrees is the current temperature. Our wind chill is at 18. Tonight, these wind chills are going to go negative as the winds will stay at about 10 to 15 miles an hour, but temperatures will drop down to single digits in spots, and we'll look at that in your 4-zone forecast coming up. Maybe a few snowflakes up in our north zone. A lot of this is very light stuff. Got a couple returns trying to show up around Ann Arbor, but generally we're looking at dry conditions and should stay that way through the upcoming weekend. The forecast will show that most of the snow is going to be lake enhanced or lake effect snow on the west side of the state, staying much closer to the Lake Michigan shoreline. We're going to see more sunshine than clouds on our side of the state. It's not going to help us as far as temperatures go because we're barely going to touch 32 as we close out the weekend on Sunday. Here are the low temperatures tonight, and at least we've got 2 digits in the numbers here in the metro zone, anywhere between 11 and 13. You get down into the south zone, you start seeing a couple spots like Onstead, Adrian, Tecumseh, bottoming out at 9 above for lows tonight. West zone, very similar numbers, anywhere between 9 and 10. And in our north zone, not necessarily much colder, but still around 9 or 10. Plus you factor in that 10 to 15 mile an hour wind, and it will feel anywhere between about 1 or 2 below and 5 above as we head into tomorrow morning. Temperatures will rise to 28 in the afternoon, and again, we'll see more sunshine than clouds as we finish out the day. High temperatures, 32 is as good as it gets to finish the weekend. We won't get above freezing until we get in here on Thursday at 39. And we've got the potential of seeing a little bit of light snow. Still some question about the track of this, but depending on where it goes, we may end up with some minor accumulations as we start the week. Morning lows are still going to be chilly. Those are going to be in the teens for the most part all the way through Thursday. So the luck of the Irish are going to bring us some mid-40s as we get into St. Paddy's Day on Friday. 45 is going to be the warmest temperature, but all of this is below average until we get to the end of next week. Karen?
All right, Gucci, Prada, Kate Spade. Do I have your attention? Well, many of you love those designer merchandise products, but have you ever seen anything like this? Still ahead why all these purses, belts, and bags are being destroyed. Up first, are you feeling a little sleepy today? As we get ready to spring ahead, many Americans say they're not getting enough sleep. Can you guess what's keeping them up at night? We'll be talking about that coming up. In our top trending stories, a lot of people are talking about the time change this weekend. We spring 1 hour ahead, which means we lose an hour of sleep. Career Builder says 1 in 4 workers already say they don't get enough sleep each night. 60% say a lack of sleep has hurt their job performance, and nearly half of those surveyed say thinking about work is what keeps them up at night. So ready or not, don't forget to put your clocks 1 hour ahead this weekend. I like this time of year. Don't you get excited when you have more light?
A little bit, but it takes a while. I mean, sometimes it takes up to a week to really recover from that lost time.
For you?
Yeah.
Really? You're very sensitive to time.
Yeah.
Mr. Weatherman. All right, doesn't take me a week, but that's all right. Starbucks trying to keep things interesting with some new spring cups. They've done holiday designs before, but really never spring until now. The spring cups come in pastel colors. Oh, that's cute. With hand-drawn designs, including an umbrella, a bunny, and that sun. It's kind of cheery. Hopefully nothing controversial here. If you might recall, some Christmas designs weren't Christmassy enough for some people. You can see the spring design starting March 16th for a limited time. Also, if you are one of those people who doesn't mind buying a knockoff designer purse or a pair of shoes, this story would break your heart. Authorities in Thailand destroyed millions of fake purses, bags, belts, CDs, and DVDs. They slashed some items for the cameras and then smashed others with hammers. All this to show the country is serious about fighting counterfeit goods. As we've reported many times, that money goes to terrorist activities and other questionable businesses. They estimate the fake stuff is worth about $48 million. Still ahead, as we head into prom season, it is time to talk about those big promposals. One student spent $500 to find a date. I'll show you what he did coming up next.
The power of passion.
Look at you. You got it.
Using sport to empower.
Real girl power.
I want to bring them around positive women.
Teaching the girls in the city their own value, I think, is something that we're all very excited to do.
Whoa! And I really think that I'm going to like it here.
I'm Kimberly Gill. We'll take you inside the new program that's become a real passion for Olympic gold medalist Meryl Davis. That's tonight at 11.
Exposure.
Finally, first at 4, you've got to see what one high school senior over in Alabama is doing to get a prom date.
His name is Dwayne Swank Little. We didn't make that up. He says the idea just came to him one day while he was driving down the street. He put up a billboard asking for a prom date. It cost him $500 and features his picture, his Instagram handle, and his proposal.
You trying to go to prom with Swank? Well, guess what? It worked. Swank says he's already had multiple girls message him about prom, although he's still undecided on who he's going to take.
It's good to
now,
have
if my
options.
daughter was like, you know what, Mom, I found this guy on the billboard, and I want to go to prom, I would tell her no.
You've got his Instagram handle. You can check him out.
I would say no to that, but that's all right. Good job, Swank. Thanks for joining us. First at 4. Inside Edition is next.